So I get it money when they get to church in the mall. Even if I get famous, I swear this is gonna make it shitty. I hit the blunt yesterday, then I ashed it, thinking about the better days. Shit was classic. I pray to God y'all survive. Man, I wish I could fly. Man, I wish I could fly. So I get high, so high. Man, I wish I could fly. So I get high, so high.
Second murder there this year, and there's an idea of other stats that show it's the most dangerous part of the city.
24 walkers were talking with the people who live there to find out why there is so much.
Look, what's going on? A lot changed since you been gone. See my mama more than home. Don't need a gym to be strong. I won't lie, I've been drinking and yes, I have been smoking more. I'm not really proud. It's that loud and hard to ignore. Thinking about the moments we had ran from the police. Love for him, I said I'm blessed for all that you had done for me. Like babies in prison, but in my street, fuck whatever it is, you know that you can count on me. And my dog is, man, I rap you bitch, still rapping and put it on. When you're the blood, pray that you making it back, cause we all need you back home. I miss all of my soldiers and all the soldiers who's gone. And I ask myself, I just happy, and I'm just paying with this aspirin. I hit the blunt yesterday, then I ashed it, thinking about the better days. Shit was classic. I pray to God y'all survive. Man, I wish I could fly. Man, I wish I could fly. So I get high, so high. So I get high, so
I'm the doctor, by the way. What's your name?
Rose.
Nice to meet you, Rose. Run for your life.
Oh, yeah, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah. What is up, America? America. How we doing this morning? I'm the Doc, your boy, MistaTre. We are live on High Tide Stick Radio, brought to you by YouTube. Woo! Excited, of course, excited. It's a good day. It's a good day. We got a lot to go over today. Of course, the New Hampshire primary is going to affect today. Also, we're going to be talking about the Flint, Michigan water scandal as that continues. Please, by the way, stop by High Tide Stick Radio's Facebook page. Scroll down a little bit, find the link that was posted for the GoFundMe page, and drop a few bucks in there. Help us buy water for people out in Flint, Michigan. And what we're going to be talking about Flint, Michigan today on the show is that the governor has been subpoenaed by a council that's out to deal with the Flint, Michigan issue. And the problem is that the governor is refusing to actually come up and speak to this committee. And so we're going to dive into that story a little bit. And then, of course, nothing, we always got to have our weed talk, right? I mean, this is a weed radio show. So we're going to be talking about, of course, the 7 signs that tell you that you need a joint. And for those of you that are just listening and not watching, you probably don't see the big shit-eating grin on my face right now. But I think the sign number 1 that I need a joint is I wake up. That's sign number 1, I need a joint. I wake up. End of story right there. If there's a sign that I need to get a joint in my soul, in the depths of my body, if there's a sign for that, I can promise you that At that point, it's the waking of me, or me waking up, I should say. But so definitely interesting. Also, we're gonna talk about this story about how smoking is legal in Canada, but is not. But an ashtray is not in one Ontario province. And then, of course, Woody Harrelson applies to sell marijuana in Hawaii. I want to talk about that story just because I'm actually really interested in that story, just in general to begin with. But and of course, our big pot talk today is going to be, of course, the 7 signs that are the 10 signs that you need a joint. Like I said again, I think sign number 1, breathing. Sign number 1 needs to be I'm breathing. I think sign number 2 needs to be sign number 2, I need a joint, needs to be I woke up. Sign number 3, I need a joint, needs to be probably I have kids. Sign number 4, an ex-wife. Sign number 5, a baby's mama. Sign number 6, a real job. Sign number 7, I run a radio station. Sign number 8, I'm still the Doc MistaTre who grows pot professionally in Colorado and does not grow pot in Florida because I'm not an idiot. I don't want to go to federal prison out here. And then, of course, sign number 10 that Mr. Trey needs a joint is probably my life, bro. Like if I just look back at my life, I'm like, man, it's time to smoke a joint. It's that serious. So these are some of the things that we will be discussing today on the show. Again, show brought to you by Bars Fest Tampa. So far, we have Swisher House on board. We have Smoked Out Entertainment on board. Several things. We're going to be trying to reach out to young fats here soon just to find out. But so it looks like we're going to be able to bring out Swisher House Entertainment for the concert in Tampa, Bars Fest 2016 Tampa, all part of that huge Bars Fest tour that was in Denver, Las Vegas, Colorado Springs, and I just on and city after city out west, and they've sold out every time that they've had the concert. So I'm bringing the concert out there. Hey, what's up? UK is in the house. Yo, what up? Yo, smoke one for your boy out in the UK. Listen, so on Periscope, we got the UK in the house right now. Shout out to the UK. Number love. I've been to the UK. As a matter of fact, and don't hate me for this, for all my fans watching over in England. But don't hate me for this, but I'm actually a Chelsea fan. And I know a lot of folks out there, Manchester United, Manchester City, and all these other wonderful, clubs out there like Tottenham and all these other ones. Look, you go Manchester United. God damn, everybody in the UK movie. I must be like the only, Chelsea fan that I know. I really am. Hey, you know what? He says United till I die. We're by the way, for those watching live and interacting on Periscope, anyway, I'm a Manchester United, or I don't mind them. I don't think the hate for them for me is like driven into my blood. But I know, dude. We already fired the coach and everything, man. We fired him like when we went on like a 7-game skid. We've had a horrible season. Look, you can get me to talk about football. It doesn't matter if it's football in Europe or football in the U.S. You can get me to talk about football. No problem. I promise you that much. So, but anyway, so those were the 10 signs that I just gave you guys that Mr. Trey needs a joint. I think sign number 1 would have to be that Mr. Trey has an ex-wife. I think that's sign number 1 that I need a joint, is that I have an ex-wife. So we're going to get into the 10 signs that you need a joint today on the show. Also, we're going to be discussing, like I said, the New Hampshire primaries, which are coming up. Yes, they are. Manchester United is playing horrible this season, by the way, as my UK friend has alluded to. So you're on the Doc MistaTre. Again, don't forget to like me on Facebook. That's MistaTre on Facebook. Also, follow the radio station on Facebook. That's High Tide Stick Radio, right on Facebook. We all post tons and tons of stuff, as well as the live YouTube links and everything, so you can watch behind the scenes. Again, also, you can watch us on Periscope through my Periscope. I usually broadcast through the MistaTre Periscope, but there is a High Tide Stick Periscope, and I'll probably be smart enough to use that more often. So again, for everyone listening here in the U.S. and around the globe, it's no secret that the New Hampshire primaries are tonight, and the polls close at 8 p.m. What's at stake, though? Let's talk about what is legitimately at stake here in the New Hampshire primaries. As we go in to the New Hampshire primaries, we still have, let's see here. On the New Hampshire ticket, we'll have Bush, Carson, Christie, Cruz, Florina. It does not look like Graham Huckabee, Jindal, Patiki, Paul, and Santorum will be on there. Obviously, all of them have conceded or dropped out. So you'll have Trump, Rubio, Kasich, Governor Kasich, that is, Gilmore, Florina, Governor Christie, Carson, and the former Governor Bush as well. So a lot of and what's at stake here is 23 delegates. See, this isn't like the New Hampshire, or I mean the Iowa caucus. See, the Iowa caucus is a place where, you know, there can be in a sense, like Sanders and Clinton had a virtual tie. But this is the New Hampshire primary. What's at stake? 23 delegates. 23 delegates for each side, each party. Let's see, we have 23 Republican delegates at stake, and we have 24 Democratic delegates at stake in New Hampshire. So what's at stake is you coming out of the gate with a lead as a politician. So it's going to be an exciting day. I think tomorrow's show, we're going to spend a lot of time on what happened and some of the things that went down. Also, real quick, for all you people out there that are just joining us out in the mountain time, good morning, 5 a.m., 4 a.m. on the West Coast. Wake and bake, baby. Light a blunt, smoke a joint, load your bowl, let's get toasted. Again, 21 and up. As our disclaimer says, this show is for 21 and up, so, you know, do what you always do, break the rules and listen to the show, but I'm not going to tell you to do that. No. Oh, no. Stop right there. I'm gonna go into my William Shatner voice. Stop right there. Yes, stop. Not telling anyone under 21 to listen to this show. I'm simply saying, you know, you might do what you usually always kind of sort of anyway do because you don't listen. So yeah, I mean, it's just like I said, one of those things where enjoy the show. We have a lot of fun on the show. We goof off a bunch, and that's kind of the, you know, it's kind of the point of the show. That's what we're supposed to do. And we have fun with the show, but at the same time, you know, the show is really geared towards an audience of 21 and up, and I just want to, you know, remind my listeners of that. You know, politely remind my listeners of that. That this is a show geared towards 21 and up. And although I don't disagree with anybody who enjoys my show, I'm not going to proactively tell you should watch my show. You should listen to my show. Just, you know, just saying. Hashtag that. Hashtag that. So anyway, with that said, we're going to move into our discussion here. Like I said, we have, like I said, a few things that I really want to talk to you guys about. And so the first one, of course, is Woody Harrelson. And you know, the article coming from, of course, High Times Magazine is the one who put this out. But Woody Harrelson, who's, you know, kind of known as sort of the, you know, the lone stoner, if you would, or the natural born, you know, they call him the natural born stoner because, of course, he was the one of the two stars in Natural Born Killers, obviously. And so they call him the natural born stoner. And you know, I always like to say, you know, like white man can't stone. Just kidding. I just had to because, you know, he's in White Man Can't Jump, which is a fallacy. That is a lie. I have been straight swatted by men of very, very pale pigmentation playing basketball. White Man Can Jump. Trust. Do not be fooled by stupid movie titles. Actually, it was a good movie, and it was a good movie title because the point of it was brilliant. But anyway, you got to respect the hustle game, man. I don't care what they say. So with this story on Harrelson, Woody, that is, you know, we're looking at Woody and going, hey, Woody. Hang on just a second here. And he wants, so essentially the gist of the story is that he wants to buy a like dispensary / become a marijuana like businessman in the state of Hawaii. And I would assume that would be providing that the legislation, you know, comes into play or comes into part or comes into the works here. But I wouldn't get too excited with it because I think it's just one of those things where when it comes to the marijuana business, a lot of people are like me, and I think I'm going to cite what happened last night in a sense that okay, so I went to go get some incense from this water tobacco store. We're going to call that, again, air quoting. Shout out to Chris Watkins. Air quoting. Water tobacco store. So anyway, so yeah, so I went to the head shop, and I went to go get I went to go get a new pipe. And I was looking for a specific pipe, which we have it here on display. We'll show you guys this, but so this is our new little high tide stick pipe, and it is a significant. Here you go for all you folks watching on Periscope. It's a cool little pipe, you know. The pipe that is the new studio pipe, which is never used for anything illegal, for the record. The studio pipe that we're going to call it, actually, we're going to call it, it does kind of remind me of water and stuff, like it has like water flowing. So we're going to call it high tide stick. This is high tide. High tide, everybody. Everybody, high tide. So anyway, so I went to this place called Asylums, located on 64, or right past 64th Street, 64th Street on Central Avenue. Okay, this is in St. Petersburg, Florida. So the reason why I got high tide, that's the name of the studio pipe, high tide. The reason why I got high tide, that we never use for anything illegal, that we never do anything stupid with, that we never commit any crimes with, that we have no fun with during the breaks when you guys don't see us. That pipe we bought yesterday, and I think that it was it goes to the laws. Like the lady, I use the word bong, and I was told that if I used that language again, that I'd be thrown out, like it was church or something, and I dropped an F-bomb. So I was very taken back by this moment of this interaction, because I really didn't understand it. Like, it didn't make any sense to me. I was just like, you know, why can't I use it? First off, it's a pop culture word. So like saying I can't use the word bong is like saying you can't use the word selfie at school. It makes no sense at all. So I'm sitting back and I'm going, okay, are you just a bong Nazi, or do you just hate me? I mean, what's the deal here? Because, and then, you know, I was taken back by the moment. Okay. And that's what it really came down to, is that I was taken back by the moment, and I had to be set straight by some kid who probably smokes more pot than I do. Not that I do anything illegal or unworthy of the state of Florida, but not where I came from, Colorado, where I was doing nothing wrong. Never do that. So anyway, so with that said, it's just I was just taken back by the culture. And then one kid asked, actually, when I introduced myself, I usually introduce myself as the Doc MistaTre, host of High Tide Stick Radio's Live with the Doc MistaTre Monday through Friday, and the former host, the former, what I always tell everybody is I'm the world's first marijuana talk show host on AM FM radio. That's how I started in weed radio. Before that, I was just a normal marijuana activist and grower. And when I got into weed radio, I had legitimately been in radio as a sports broadcaster. I'd been in radio as a co-host of a night show where we had a DJ. Shout out to Big Mike, by the way, from Tailgate 98.5 Tailgate. But so shout out to him. I'm so stuffed up, by the way. For most of you that listen to me all the time, or listen to me repeatedly, or go back and watch the shows on YouTube on demand, the behind the scenes video shows and all that, most of you guys actually know that I sound a little more bassy and a lot less froggy, is I guess the word I'd go with. And so, and most of you that know me know that. So but anyway, so the thing is that this kid asked me if I would help him or teach him to grow pot. And that's about as far as the conversation got before I stopped him. And I took a step back from him so that he could see my face very clearly, because we were kind of leaned in like face, kind of looking a little eye to eye, but he leaned in kind of close to talk to me. And I mean, he didn't offend me or nothing weird like that. It's just, that's the way it went. That's what happened. But anyway, so he leaned in close. And when he did, I was just like, no, I'm not going to do anything illegal, just so you know. I don't commit crimes. When it's legal in Florida to grow pot, that's when I'll do it. Until then, I'm not going to commit a crime. I'm not an idiot. And so, so to me, that would just seem like real stupid to do something like that. And then again, it was just like that. I think that conversation which I didn't start, and I think that's why she didn't make a big stink about it, is because I wasn't actually the one that started that conversation. But anyway, so he was basically, that's when I said, listen, I only deal with marijuana to the degree of a business. And I think that that's what people are not realizing, that, you know, he's just one of 60 applicants whose names have been tossed into a chance to be able to sell weed to, you know, medical marijuana patients out in Hawaii. And he's, like I said, one of like 60 people who is going to have the ability to sell pot, like I said, in that manner, if you would. Okay. But anyway, so with that said, we're going to go to break. When we get back from the break, we're going to go ahead and get into much more of the show, much more of the stuff going on as we continue, of course, to grow the brand, and as we continue to, you know, work for you guys. We'll be back after the break here on High Tide. Stick with the Doc MistaTre. High Tide Stick is an entertainment, cannabis, news, politics, music, and radio talk show on YouTube for 21 and up. So do what you've always done. Kick your siblings out of the room, throw on your headphones, and enjoy the show. You're listening to the Doc on High Tide Stick Radio. Do it, man. Yeah.
Once I start to say it on my drum, MistaTre told me don't waste no time. Smoking big dope, shit smell like pump. I drop a foreign and the wheels look fun. Niggas boring, slows not like time. Couple hundred just to watch my tongue. Niggas boring, slows not like time. A couple hundred just to watch my tongue. Since I was young, I was young. Niggas and those little niggas, ever since they run me, touching my leave over places, smoking like a zombie. So came around, man, thanks to my G me. Oh my God, bustin' small shots, started saying on my drum. MistaTre told me don't waste no time. Smoking big dope, shit smell like pump. I drop a foreign and the wheels look fun. Niggas boring, slows not like love. Couple hundred just to watch my tongue. Niggas boring, slows not like love. Couple hundred just to watch my tongue.
Hey, my hood said get you, so fuck you. You, your dead homies, and your pills. I'm from Gainesville. We don't talk get you now, but it's out this bitch sounding like a Russian missile. I've been a real nigga, I just devil like that, and I be yawning these in Texas like I'm rapping a lot. Use a cartoon character, Facebook dog, me a Grammy, you a actor. Put your boss, me, we go ammo in the gun. I gotta stop on the way. The difference between me and you, haters is I'm winning. The label left a nigga, I bounce back in the big house.
Once I started saying on my drum.
What's up, buddy?
MistaTre told me don't waste no time. Smoking big dope, shit smell like
I'm about to talk about
Niggas boring, slows not like time. Couple hundred just to watch my tongue. Niggas boring, slows not like time. A couple hundred just to watch my tongue.
tired as shit. Let me turn the in-studio speaker down. Anyway, but tired as shit. I really am too, man. Like, I'm really tired. Yeah, I've been busting my ass, man. So I got a new pipe. It was blown in St. Pete, and it looks like water, so I'm calling it High Tide.
High tide time.
It's the motherfucking studio, like it's the radio piece. Oh god, dude, I'm fucking tired, bro. I gotta go to work here at fucking. I've been up since about 4:45, 5.
Right, getting ready.
Yep. And then fucking, I gotta go to work from like 9 in the morning until God knows when. Something. Hold on, I gotta look this up real quick. I almost forgot. Shit, is the song over? 35 seconds plus that. All right, so we got like 45 seconds and we're back actually. But I'm about to pull up some info on this fool because he's refusing to testify in front of a committee.
Oh, yeah. The congressional committee. U.S. Congress.
Yep, all right.
That's why they're
hang on,
the
hey.
U.S. Marshals after both of them.
Right? Hey, stop talking.
He's the Doc MistaTre on
Okay.
YouTube Live. Yeah, I'm a real doctor, like Dr. Phil's a real doctor. Only bald. Wait a minute, he's bald. Only sexy. Yeah, sexy.
I love my commercials.
Live with the Doc on YouTube, Monday through Friday on High Tide 6.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we back in the easy breezy. So we got a special guest on the phone right now. Say what up.
What up?
Is of
I
course.
don't know if I'm that special.
I know you're more like family, like that comes over every day and has a bowl.
Right, I'm like a figure on the table.
Yeah, you're definitely allowed to go in the fridge and get your own shit. That's for sure.
Right, you want something, you know where it's at, motherfucker.
Right. So
that cottonmouth's killing you, you know where the pop's at.
That's what happened yesterday, man. I was partaking in adult behavioral situations, and the first house I was like, look, I come over here all the time with adult stuff, beverages. There we go.
Right.
And anyway, so yeah, so I swing through with that ish all the time. I will just be grabbing me a Pepsi real quick. Like I was not playing. And so anyway, but yeah, so I ran in there. So you know what? Flint. Come on, go pull up. There we go. Pull up my search history. I'm trying to pull up this Flint stuff. Because I didn't have. It's the one story I didn't have anything ready. But when I was watching CNN this morning, as I do every morning, shout out to CNN. You know, thanks for providing good news. They are one of many, by the way, news outlets I listen to and watch because I'm not an idiot and I don't get all my news from one place. However, CNN, because I want to give credit where credit's due, and I do prefer their news. You know, like I always tell everybody, ask me what news I watch on the weekend because that's probably the news I actually do prefer. And that's because I've seen these fools ride on everybody. Like it doesn't matter if I don't think they care whether you're a liberal, an independent, a Republican. I've seen them ride on everybody. I can respect that.
Right, that's good though. I mean, we need a news station that's going to stand out when standing out is justifiable.
Well, you know, Ted Turner, that's kind of like what it was is, you know, you had different political parties or different influences that controlled stations. And Ted Turner, I think, wanted to try to shy away from that as much as possible. Obviously, it would be, you know, somewhat dumb-witted to think that you could completely eradicate any type of corruption / you know, power struggle polls and etc. But whatever the case may be, or the sway of the media, because you know the people really only have certain ways to get their news. What I tell people is just you need to have multiple news outlets and multiple news sources. Like that's what I think I love about Facebook is that, you know, no matter what, I see the dumb, you know, like the conservative blah blah, or even some of the dumb shit that, you know, the liberals, because I consider myself to be no party but very liberal minded, you know what I mean? And so
you can pick the bullshit out though.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. You know, college education / high school civics and business classes that I enjoyed so much that I wanted to learn more about politics and business when I got older. But like I said, though, I like to look at this as more like, I like to look at myself as more like this is why I do what I do, because I looked at weed radio and I said, this is going to be like sports broadcasting, except it's going to be politics and pot. And I said, and the fun part about it is it's going to be like being a color analyst, because much like the quarterback I was, and why I was a color analyst and a play-by-play guy in broadcasting for sports is that I've been there, done that part of the game. And so because I've been there, done that part of the game in marijuana and sort of being, you know, this grower and this pothead, that it's opened me up to being able to use that, and then sort of like you said, weed through the bullshit. But of course, I'm going to be very pro pot, and I don't care for people who want to shut down, where the justice system wants to try to shut down every state that has pot. Nah, that's not even liberal.
Right.
I'm just not a dipshit.
Right, and but that's the problem with our children these days. They need to realize if they don't educate themselves now, they're not going to be in control of anything.
Right. Absolutely right.
If they can't learn now to stand up for what they believe in or what they think is right, then they'll be the one that sets down and votes the way that other person wants them to vote.
So I want to talk about this Flint thing. Like, it's really itching and bugging me. So he now I want the public / anybody who smokes weed and watches my show or listens to it. But anyway, I want the public, the grand public, to know, or the facts. Of course, that's my job as a genuine newsman, is to provide all the facts too, though. So I do want them to know this one fact before we move forward with this conversation is that I want them to know that Snyder did say that Snyder, by the way, is the Michigan governor that's in the midst of this water scandal thing. And anyway, Snyder said he couldn't testify today because he had to deliver a budget presentation to the state legislation. That's his reasoning, or at least that's what Dave Murray, his spokesman, said to told CNN. He didn't even actually talk to them himself. And I would imagine that they are trying to protect the hell out of him so he doesn't say or get walked into saying something stupid, because he's on the chopping block regardless. He's not getting reelected either way.
Here's my problem. When we had the last election for the governor, I don't understand how he made it. I don't understand what the things that he was doing to our elderly people by taxing their pensions and taking, Social Security benefits down. And, those people are what made this state. And yet he walked in and turned Michigan into nothing but a business. I mean, he spent more money on the Come to Michigan and Explore Michigan campaign than he did on protecting the people that live in this state.
I guess and I mean, I think the committee put it right when, and I'll quote them. They said, "Seeing how it was your administration's decision that led to this public health crisis, including Michigan's emergency manager law, we believe it is important to hear testimony from you on this matter." Close quote.
Right. See, he passed a law late night in the middle of a spending bill that at any point in time that a city is under stress from, budgeting their money or whatever the case was, that he could take the mayor's rights and power all the way, and he injects somebody to control what's going on in that city.
Okay.
And that's where the city manager jump comes from. And as far as I'm concerned, his hands are as dirty as everybody else's. Right along with the EPA, the DEQ, all of them.
What's the capital of Michigan? It starts with an A. I can't think of it.
Capital Michigan is Lansing.
Oh, is it Lansing?
Lansing,
oh yeah,
Michigan.
It is Lansing. That's right, man.
My hometown. That's where I grew up.
You want to know a freaking fact about me though? All through since freaking God, dude, second or third grade, I had every state in their capital memorized, man. So
Right. Can you do it now?
Ooh, it might take me a minute, but I bet I could. I wouldn't do it on air because I wouldn't want to bore any. Maybe we should do that. Well, no, because look, you got me on the spot, and the thing is, I don't want anybody to think I went and looked it up if we did it at another time, because I'm telling you, I'm just that lazy. I really wouldn't. But let's see. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do is I am going to pull up on Google a list of states. That's it, nothing more. I don't want all their other information. You know what I'm saying? List of U.S. states.
Did you get my link for that GoFundMe page yesterday?
On where'd you put it? Because no, I haven't seen it.
Should be on High Tide too.
Okay, so I just got to scroll back then.
Yeah.
Well, I did.
Right after the radio show yesterday, I think I tried to get it on.
Well, I will tell you that right when I opened the show, I did mention that. Thank you.
Yes, my man.
I did it.
Yeah, it's sad that the citizens of the United States have to try to help people in a distressed city where our government should have taken care of those people.
Absolutely.
But it's a good thing that we as U.S. citizens stand up for each other and try to help each other in every way possible that we can. It's nice to know that there's still some unity in this country we live in.
Right. Okay, why can't I scroll down? There we go. We're in need of you. Right here. I think this is it. Yep, published by you. See, I can see who published the post, and like, so can you.
Right.
But we can't. But I can't. But on my phone, it doesn't show me that. It actually makes it look like my phone tells me I posted it.
Right. I think what I need to just post it as someone else.
No. All you gotta do is when you post anything, just write like you can put a slash mark and write CW for Chris Watkins. You know what I'm saying? Or like I always put MT or MistaTre. Well, on High Tide Stick, I don't. It's on another page that I deal with some other stuff on for somebody. But anyway, so long story short, though, but that's what that's a standard we should go to. Listen to us working on our business practices right in the middle of the show. That's how we do our meetings, because this is the only time he knows I will sit down for an hour. That's what it is. Right?
Well, you grind besides just a radio station, and
legit.
I'm here hanging out with the girls this morning.
Legit. I know, man. I need to get me some girls, but again, I will not commit a crime, and I'm not winking at the camera this time because I'm dead fucking serious.
Right.
But I'm not gonna commit a crime. I'm not going to visit my kids from prison. That's not happening.
Right. It's not worth it, especially when the state you're living in just got an initiative on the ballot to pass, medical marijuana.
And that's just it. What a shame that would be to get in trouble for growing pot right before you can legitimately just grow pot. That's so stupid. It's beyond me why anybody would do that. But again, to each his own. I don't judge. I'm just saying I wouldn't do that because I have things at stake that outweigh the benefits of growing pot.
Yep, exactly.
So, I go get weed the old conventional way. I had some project or grimy or sometimes okay, but sometimes not okay or questionable people. And sometimes perfectly normal people that you probably have sitting next to you in a diner kind of people. And the irony behind it is that you force me to put my life on the line to buy weed. And it makes me think of citing this issue or this situation where, and by the way, I've held a red card, which I no longer have because it's expired and I don't live in Colorado anymore. That would be a reason why I didn't renew it. And the thing is that I had a red card and just my back alone. I can go into like 8 other things, few psychological and most physical, but just my back alone warrants me a medical marijuana license in like literally 20 of the 27 states you can get one in.
Right.
There's those, Tea Party states that do have medical marijuana laws that you basically have to be almost dead before you can fucking get it.
Right.
Which they don't understand that the long-term properties of it are consistent with continuous long-term use, which means you need to start your regimen as soon as possible and then do not stop it.
Right.
That is how I prevent myself from losing my fucking melon. And I literally when I used to buy just weed like by the ounce or whatever, I just bought a fucking $20 digital scale. Not to sell pot like the cops would think. Again, no camera wink because I'm not fucking around. I don't sell weed. I smoke weed. There's a difference. But I do. I weigh it out. I have it in I usually if I go get an ounce, I'll break each eighth down into like all the eighths, right? And then I'll put like 2 or usually 7 ounces or 7 grams of 2 eighths, right? 7 ounces or 7 grams. I put that in away. And that's like, they're split up, but I put it away. And then everything else is in either like 2 gram bags. And that's just in case I'm going to go stay the night over at some girl's house or something, or a friend's house. If I'm going to go stay the night out on the boat, I grab 2 grams because then I need the morning and the evening dosage. You know what I mean? And then, but if I'm just going out for the day, I'll put 1 gram in my pocket. It's a ticket in most places here in Florida, or a misdemeanor if I get stopped. They'll take my weed, and I still have the rest of my weed. These people that roll around with like a bunch of weed on them is ridiculous. Even when I just buy like 1/8, I'll weigh out just 1 gram. That's it. I try to keep it under 1/4 ounce a week though, because that shit. Even though I can usually find, you know, relatively Colorado competitive prices out here, I still try not to. You know, spend too much of my hard-earned Luciano on it.
Well, yeah, you're purchasing your own medication. That's all you're doing, you know. But it's no cheaper than pills, you know. Fact. When it comes down to it.
You are right. And pills, that's the thing, is like pill popping and all that is an epidemic out here. You know what I'm saying?
It's an epidemic everywhere, man.
Isn't that just so freaking just horrible, though?
Well, yeah, and you know, we've always talked about this, or I have anyways. I mean, these Suboxone and methadone clinics, it's like, so it's okay for you to synthesize heroin and pass out to people and get government money for it, but you won't let us smoke a little medical marijuana and have a safe place to access it, so that we're not going into someone's house where they have kids and, you know, stuff like that. I mean, we have a lot of elderly people that you would never even know smoke medical marijuana or ate it, and they have no safe place to get it. You know, grandma's not going to go down in the hood to get a half for her glaucoma, you know what I mean?
And that's just it right there, is and I think you used the perfect word, is like, grandma's not going to go down in the hood to go get something to help her glaucoma, and that's sad. But you're right. I'll tell you what, we're going to go to break. When we come back from break, we're going to pretty much do what we always do, and that's screw off and have fun. But we will be back right after the break. And, of course, Chris Watkins on the phone. Don't go anywhere, Chris. We're going to, of course, keep you with us. You're listening to High Tide Stick with the Doc MistaTre. All right, you can talk. My mic's killed.
Yeah, I got talking to Dustin, J-Dub the other day. They put a little collection thing.
High Tide Stick is an entertainment cannabis news, music, and radio talk show on YouTube for 21 and up.
There you go.
So do
Sorry, what'd you say?
done. Kick your siblings out of the room, throw on your headphones, and enjoy the show. You're listening to the Doc on
nice.
Colorado. Yeah, they got a collection going on for the whole Flint thing going on at their shop.
Nice.
Yeah, so they're helping out, which is awesome.
Come down my whip, look tight and shiny like the glitter. And I Instagram that pic, and I posted it up on Twitter. You can see my rims, they shining. 24 inches, they spinning. You can tell by my pockets blowing up like the lotto, so I'm winning. I'll tell you right now, baby, I live my life like shady. 6 baby mamas in a pair of twins and $1 million baby. 10 screens where they ballin'. My Obama ballin'. My baby mama, she blow my line. Man, she won't stop calling. My backseat be so large. Black tin, no credit cards. We in the back, I beat it down. And pray y'all do a free charge. Can't be hating that ghost pattern. All these chicks go straight bananas. My rear view be thumping hard. Hanging on to that red bandana. Look at my mom, that motherfucker walking. The streets is watching. I know they watching. She said she wanna fuck me in the backseat of my office. The world down and down. Look at my rhyme, that motherfucker hawking. The streets is watching, I know they watching. She said she wanna fuck me in the backseat of my office. The world is down here, the cameras talking. Look how they watching, look how they watching. Drop the screens and turn the beat up, ain't gon' watch them jock, man. I'm gripping wood wheels and blowing out some broccoli. Behind the limo, tint windows rolled out so they can't stop me. That 24 is clean, I think I need to join a car show. Gotta match the whip, so my whole fucking grill chrome. And my girl gone, but she bad as fuck. On the leather in the backseat, fucking with her feet up. Man, that whip too flossy, two-tone candy paint is glossy. Working long nights in the Navy, so I call that bitch my office. Put the camera in the dash so I can play, get back and watch it. Fuck it, let's make a movie, put it on the disc and profit. Look at my rhyme, that motherfucker hawking. The streets is watching, I know they watching. She said she wanna fuck me in the backseat of my office. The world down here, the cameras blocking. Look at my rhyme, that motherfucker hawking. The streets is watching, I know they watching. She said she wanna fuck me in the backseat of my office. The world down here, the cameras blocking.
Voice activation, make it start. Push a button, make it raw. Clip on 10, you ain't got to trade. Shut it, we can chop before after dark. Why chill in my backseat? You with the biz, we not deep. Almost baby, no sheep. It's dirty games, it's no sleep. Patron on tap, keep it drunk. Rock in the crowd, keep it drunk. I'm Trojan man to the MJ of your hell kid. Yo, space and dog. Looney Tunes, my rims. 36 and they big. All my choppers hella long. They crawl down, won't fit. Blasting off in them rockets, 20K in their pockets. Cali Kush and Super Bomb in Colorado, no diet. My whip looking on fire, my bitches running for higher. My jock ain't here with a shooter, kryptonite and Chevy Inquirer. DJ on blast beats, water world with my backseat. Airbags popping off, automatic discs, yeah, they help me. My whip amazing and fabulous, I'm a superstar, chip scandalous. My supercar rims got TVs, dirty games don't rattle us.
Look at my rhyme, that motherfucker hawking. The streets is watching, I know they watching. She said she wanna fuck me in the backseat of my office. The walls down here, the cameras blocking. Look at my rhyme, that motherfucker hawking. The streets is watching, I know they watching. She said she wanna fuck me in the backseat of my office. The walls down here, the cameras blocking.
I'm the doctor, by the way. What's your name? Rose. Nice to meet you, Rose. Run for your life.
We are back from break. Barely made it back in from break. Like the intro music just ended. It's only it's like a 30-second warning. Oh my god.
Shame on you.
Yeah, shame on me. It's like, you're a monster. Yes, I am, apparently. So anyway, so we were having a fun talk on break about cloning, and I think that's why I got sidetracked. Because you start, I'm telling you, start fudging with like the mechanics of how it all goes together, and I'm like, dude, let's talk about growing weed.
Yeah, I know, you gotta miss that.
I do, and like I said, like people, like you can think that I'm full. Like I tell people all the time, you can think I'm full of shit all you want. I promise you, I'm not going to ever do something illegal or criminal that will jeopardize my ability to do my business. Now, and I want to be very clear so that people understand. I keep the record straight. Have I done that in the past? Yes, but I am a new or changed or awakened or whatever man. And I refuse to do anything illegal. I am not going to jeopardize everything that I worked so hard for just to commit a crime, to make a little money.
It's the whole risk reward thing, you know?
Well, it's not even that. It's just the reward isn't that great anymore. Like the pot prices have been driven down so much that the reward, there is no reward to outweigh risk.
Right. Except for when it becomes legal, and then you can take care of your own medicine so that you don't have to go out and spend your hard-earned money on something that you can cultivate on your own.
Exactly. By the way, I'm sharing your post for the GoFundMe.
Awesome.
What's what's a good hashtag for this? Like help Flint or what?
Pardon me?
Do you have a hashtag for your fucking thing? Don't make me cuss.
Well, see, it's not even just the people though; it's the pets as well.
Right. So what's the hashtag for the Flint? What is it? Flint water crisis?
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering. We gonna help raise money.
I only got a goal of $5,000. You know, if I can hit that, that's great. If I go over, that's even better.
Okay, I'm gonna donate money. I'm gonna donate money here. Probably you're gonna have to I keep it running for a while. I hope, but I have to. It's gonna take me a couple weeks just to because I don't have a credit card to donate money with. Like for GoFundMe, I need to go.
One of those green dot cards.
Fair enough.
It's just a prepaid credit card that you can put money on.
I just want to pay for that.
It's only like $5.
Well, yeah, fair enough. I just have to wait 2 weeks for my credit card from the bank account here.
Oh, right. Well, that ain't no big deal. I'll have it up and running for a while. So
okay, good. I mean? Yeah,
because this crisis ain't going away anytime soon.
No, they're gonna have to literally the infrastructure of that whole city's water system is gonna have to be redone, and then the flush time. God knows how long that's gonna be.
Right.
I'm not even really sure what they are going to do to fix it. I'm like, what are they going to do? Do you have any idea? Like, have they talked about that there a little bit more in depth?
Well, you know, they're talking right now about, you know, they have to recoat some of the pipes because, you know, some of the service lines aren't lead lined. You know, some of them are copper that have been redone, you know, or they're PVC or whatever. So they're supposedly starting adding a treatment to the water that's coming out of Detroit right now to help coat some of those lines to help it from getting worse than it already is. Now, what they're talking about, they're supposed to talk about today on the news, it's supposed to be a press conference. The mayor of Flint is trying to implement funding for replacing all the bad service lines and so on and so forth. But I mean, that's going to take a lot of money. That's going to take a lot of time.
How far from Flint are you?
About 45 minutes, hour.
Thank you.
I got people with trucks waiting to haul the water and everything that we need to haul down there. I got a buddy that's got a race car trailer. We'll get the water and supplies to him, believe that.
Have you found a water? Hey, you need to find a water sponsor. Remember when we talk about like sponsorships? For all you people out there, just know that if you get a cause together, find somebody to back that cause. Find us a water sponsor where we can get like water on like 50 cents on the dollar or better, or 25 cents on the dollar. You know, so like for instance, if Walmart is selling it for like $2 a case, we want it at $1 a case. Like, because I can guarantee Walmart's only paying $1 a case. I want Walmart prices. Get Walmart or one of your local grocers to partner in on it and let us have it at cost. Something.
Right. So I need to like go to the manager at Kroger's or Walmart and
absolutely
see what they might be willing to do.
Absolutely, or contact their public relations department. I wouldn't go with the national one because I can guarantee somebody's probably already doing that on a grander scale, and we're not trying to, you know, it's not a pissing contest. No, everything helps. Level. You know what I mean?
Right. I just want to hit at the local level. Yeah, I don't want to start a pissing contest.
Local level, I'd say probably hit your local grocer. Obviously, Walmart is not a local grocer. They're a national grocer. Now, Kroger's is national, but they're broken up into different sectors, you know, and departments. They're kind of like the Bell Company before the big breakup.
Where I'm at, that would be about as local as it gets as Kroger's.
I'd go to Kroger's.
We don't have any, like, mom and pops, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I'd go to, well, and that's just it. Is you need somebody with buying power too. So Walmart's not a bad idea, but here's the thing: is if you want to sort of dive into the buying power, if you would, then what I would say is go with the Walmart. We're 60 seconds or 60 seconds out from closing the show, by the way. But anyway, sorry. So Walmart, again, like I said, Walmart is like I said, it's a good one just because of how much their buying power is, but I just don't think that we would have the power to mess with Walmart.
Right.
Per se.
Right. I think I like Kroger's a little bit better. So that's probably who I'll go to today and see if I can't talk to someone. And
hell yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, we didn't get to the last subject, which was 10 signs you need to join. I did post it to the Facebook page. So, you know, just go ahead and you guys can go there if you want to, or whatever the case may be. But, I know, right? Well, I'm glad that the Broncos won. I absolutely am. I really am. And it's been a fun show, by the way, everybody. Thank you for all of you that'll watch us later, listen, or check us out. But anyway, I'm the Doc. I'm out. Peace. See you tomorrow, bitch. No lighter, high as the empire, feel like I'm walking on wire. See, I'm close like Mariah, got me looking for that piece of spindle. I know to read up, I blow home pro, hit rivals chop shit. And when I crack that joint, that snap, the no switch. Keep you looking K9 on some dope shit. Cause out the whip, they be like, play on that phone shit. I'm on that fat chop, has it balls home shit. You on that skinny joint, that bathroom at your mom shit. The forecast for my house, say watch out for that smoke shit. The forecast for your house, say clear skies today shit. I'm just saying, blow all day and this is RMK and you niggas playing. I'm just saying, blow all day and hot box stating, Grand Canyon saving, yeah. That cheap no lighter, high as the empire, feel like I'm walking on wire. Say I pose like Mariah, got me looking for that piece of spindle. I know Torito is smooth out of me. I pose like Mariah, that cheap no lighter, high as the empire, feel like I'm walking on wire. Say I pose like Mariah, got me looking for that piece of spindle. I know Torito is smooth out of me. Smoking pound after pound, drinking round after round, we getting loud by the leaders. That's just how we getting down. Jay knocks the house when they repeat that when I come around. In your pockets loose change, brave blunts, and I'm out. City of the scope, speed slow to that dope. Choking on my throat, got me coughing out smoke. Keisha bad chick, where I'm from, she keeps me smiling. She coming like green, so I never stop lighting. Down to the wire, burn my fingers, saving doobies in the whip. Hot box music for the blazers, yeah, we choosing roach clips. Don't wanna burn my lips, grip tight, bump with blunts. Never held my fingers when we riding around, nigga. I blow loud Mariah, that G-Pin no lighter. High as the empire, feel like I'm walking on wire. Say I blow loud Mariah, got me looking for that piece of spindle. I know Torito is smooth out of me. I blow loud Mariah, that G-Pin no lighter. High as the empire, feel like I'm walking on wire. Say I blow loud Mariah, got me looking for that piece of spindle. I know Torito is smooth out of me. Stop.
on loud, like my fire not broken. Ride around town, making fatty, give me smoking. Take a few hits on my breath and I ghost it. Make it know I'm high, you can smell it on my clothing. I'm a King Johnson, and I'm an empire. So wild, grabbing side fire. Love so loud, hitting handle on the wire. Caught up on a leash, baby girls, I'm a fire. Take a couple toasts and I pass it to the left. Inhale it through my nose and then I hold my fucking breath. Dissipate the smoke till there ain't nothing left. Man, you know we smoke right away, we fucking dread.
I blow loud Mariah, that G-Pin no lighter. High as the empire, feel like I'm walking on wires. Say I blow loud Mariah, got me looking for that key. Spend them high notes, blowing smooth out the leader. I blow loud Mariah, that G-Pin no lighter. High as the empire, feel like I'm walking on wires. Say I blow loud Mariah, got me looking for that key. Spend them high notes, blowing smooth out the leader.
High Tide Stick Radio reminds you not to do anything stupid on marijuana. You know, like get busted by your parents. You're listening to the Doc live on YouTube. High Tide Stick is an entertainment, cannabis, news, politics, music, and radio talk show on YouTube for 21 and up. So do what you've always done. Kick your siblings out of the room, throw on your headphones, and enjoy the show. You're listening to the Doc on High Tide Stick Radio.